So I was requested to make this character called Spectre from Call of Duty. I don't really know much about this character, so here I am creating him, which he was requested to be fully 3D printed. So I get parts from files I already had and I just update them on a software called Blender, which is fairly easy to use. So challenge accepted, and here I am doing it. So I add all these wrinkle effects to the legs and all that, adding the shins and all the parts he has, which this character, taking a closer look, he has a lot of stuff to be added, which it's quite a bit of work, but I'm able to do it. So here I am adding all the features to him. He has all these shapes to him and all these lines and creases, so you gotta add all that. So once that's all done, I move on to the crotch area, where it's more pants and a very complicated belt with a lot of patches, which the patches are made from a circle just kind of pushed around into a pouch shape. So I just copy and paste and kind of just move it all around, adding all these details, the belt effect, and putting it into the 3D printing software. Hey look, there's the torso I didn't use. Moving on, I am putting them together, all painted up, which I forgot to show on camera. There's the legs completed, not bad. So I move on to the shoulder pads, which has a lot to it. There you go, all done. And I used the helmet from the lead agent, which I did not like, so I had to make all from scratch. Spectre's helmet, which was not close enough to lead agent's helmet. So there are a lot of parts to the helmet, which I take a lot of shapes and a lot of shaping. And here I am digging into the helmet with a couple tools from Blender and adding a lot of features, which sometimes it doesn't work, so I have to actually make a shape and putting it in the head. So moving on to that, I add the visor or the goggle part from a whole different shape as long as other shapes, and I size comparison just so it can be 3D printed. And here are the arms 3D printed, which the paint work is fairly easy because everything on this character is pretty much matted down and all worn out, which is kind of cool. I kind of like how this character turned out. He's very fun to make. And here are the final detailings of the arms, which he has a couple red spots to them, which are pretty matted down, so you just kind of bat that with a tissue or towel or whatever. And here I am connecting the torso that I forgot to record, even though I recorded the one that I did not use, which was very convenient for me. I am putting them together with a zip tie, which that's how you put the torso together, and I put it on backwards and rotate it forward so it'll be a little bit tighter and be able to crunch the abs. And here I am putting in the arms, which line up fairly nice. I like how that turned out. And adding the head, which I'll later take off when I'm adding the knives. So these parts cannot be 3D printed because they are way too thin. So I have to make them by hand, which I know it's kind of breaking the rules, but here I am doing it. So I add the knives, the handle, and also the thing that holds the knives, which I can't think of right now. And I glue that on the arm, just like that. Goes on the left arm, by the way. And it takes out like that. Even though it doesn't really fit inside the hand, it's still a cool little feature to add. Now adding the big knife, aka the sword. It's kind of the same shape, but just a little bit bigger. This could actually fit in the hand, which I made sure of after I built it, because I wanted to be holding it. So there I am adding the glue, then adding the sword to the back of them with the hilt. So there we go. Taken out again. Kind of missed putting it in, but there you go. Alright, here he is completed. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe. It's a couple clicks for you, but it means a whole lot to me. If you got any more requests, let me know, and I'll try to get to them.